What a fun little ride. This is an awesome road. I have no idea how many switchbacks and corners there are. Well, hello. Rod, Broken Nickel Garage, your wrenches and wilderness guy.
One of the biggest reasons riders never take that first multi-day adventure isn't lack of skill, it's fear. So I'll be riding my CFMOTO IBEX 450 from Montana to Oregon on a 9-day adventure. In this video, I'll show you the exact process I use to prepare the bike, select gear, plan routes, and test everything before I leave home. If you're dreaming about your own adventure but aren't sure where to start, this video is for you. Let's get started. The bike's been chosen, IBEX 450. So first, we're going to put on some crash protection. Skid plate, lower engine bars, upper crash bars, some handbar protectors to save my levers. We're going to upgrade the Garmin mount so I can have a GPS with me. And then we will add some additional extra lighting so people can see me during the day and I can see better at night. And then upgrade the tires just before our trip with Motos. And then wrap everything up with one final engine service so we could go to places like this and have a destination and meet like-minded people like these guys. So now we want to set up our camp gear, test everything, set up our luggage, and I went with Giant Loops, Great Basin, and their Tillamook dry bag. I found it to be an amazing setup. Together, it's a lot of storage. Most rides will probably just be my Tillamook. So I chose this rackless setup because this bike will become kind of a BDR and weekend warrior bike for me, playing in the mountains near my home in Montana. It's well-built equipment. I cannot knock it. Regardless of the system you use for storage, always recheck your mounting points and all your straps after at least a short distance, between 20 and 50 miles, maybe rough road. The last thing you want is to have a catastrophe with a strap getting into your wheel or losing a bag. Or I find with the Giant Loop Possible pouch, I can keep a day and a half worth of food in each pouch with a couple snacks. I find it convenient. The pouch stops me from overpacking food. And I'll do several shakedown runs with my gear and see how everything handles and what adjustments I will need to make. So this is another shakedown run, putting gear away after doing some gear testing to see what makes the cut and what won't make the cut on this 9-day adventure I'll be taking. Before I go on a long trip, I put together several meals and experiment to make sure it's something I really want to eat while I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Making sure all my kitchen works and all my utensils are in place and seasonings and odds and ends. But most importantly, gotta make damn sure, we have a plan for coffee. So I'm using a Sea Summit pour-over kit just for the pure simplicity and ease of use. So clothing is definitely a very important item on a trip like this because I'm going across multiple states, upper high Rocky Mountains down into the deserts of eastern Oregon. So I'm actually packing 2 sets of gear. As you can see here, I'm in my warm weather gear, except the boots. I'm not riding in those boots. But my Jackson pants, Thor armor shirt, and I'll be rocking a jersey on the hot days. But you got to make sure, because weather can be unexpected and can change on us. So make sure your kit can support abrupt changes. Now, if I'm 60 miles away from home, that's a different game. But when I'm 900 miles or 600 miles, clothing matters. Gear matters. So I had another moment of weakness. I ended up buying a different tent for this trip. I bought a Smith & Rogue Vigilante 2-person. Great little tent. I was planning on taking my Argali teepee, but like I said, I had a moment of weakness. So we always want to make sure, and I can't put enough value on a good sleep system. I like my Zen Bivy. I can't put a price on it. It's amazing. So here you'll see this is my when things go sideways kit. And if anyone's interested and would like a more in-depth video of the actual tooling I've been packing on my bikes, I'd be happy to put something together.
This is really when shit hits the fan.
This little winch is amazing. It pulled my bike out of a mud pit that I was stuck. When it comes to route planning, that definitely can be challenging. And I like to use OnX Offroad. I just started using it this year. So I used a combination between OnX Offroad, Google Earth, Google Maps, and you're going to laugh, ChatGPT. I like the OnX because I can go into this filter and kind of get an idea of what my route might look like and how steep, how rough the terrain really is. And ChatGPT, it's a great, I hate to say it, it's a great tool to help find some interesting key points of interest. So I plan a trip, and I usually will pick multiple different alternative routes just depending on weather. And I try to load my GPS with a number of different points of interest that I'd like to see. Yeah, it can make a plain, boring trip into something amazing. Hell's Canyon, that, if you get a chance, that's definitely an amazing area and some great 2-lane paved roads that you can enjoy. And then, of course, we end up here at Crane Hot Spring. And I also research regulations and laws because they can vary from state to state, so do your homework before you get a ticket. Going into the cave.
The water level was at that point. It was much, much higher. The water level of the lake is down to its original position.
Definitely a little more adventure riding. Woohoo! Oh, what a fun little ride. This is an awesome road. I have no idea how many switchbacks and corners there are. We'll just say I had the camera off for part of it because, well, you know.
Planning a trip like this is half the battle, but having the right gear makes the ride. I've put together the complete gear list for this 9-day adventure, including tools and layers that I actually used, and linked it in the description below. So if this helped you plan your next ride, hit that subscribe button. So we're just going to kind of start meandering on our way back to Montana, and remember, every plan doesn't have to go as planned. Some of the best adventures happen when the plans fall apart and we have to improvise. So get out, ride, and savor the moment, my friends.